Okay, now Team A is going in. The ball is going in.
Okay, whoa, we cross to Ronaldo.
Whoa.
Oh, Ronaldo, miss. Okay,
Miss.
yes.
Hello, everybody.
Hi everyone.
Wow, I feel like I'm going back to radio, man.
I feel I'm doing radio right now. Yes.
And where are we now?
We are at 5 Kallang Place, Charcoal Steamboat. Charcoal Fish Head Steamboat, yeah.
So, firstly, I would like to thank Ben for accepting to do this podcast with me.
You're welcome.
Very
Thanks
busy,
for having
man.
me. Thank you. Thanks for having
And it's
me.
an honor to be here. You know, Xiang Charcoal Steamboat.
Yes, 炭香鱼头炉
Is
in
this your
Chinese.
latest project?
Actually, we opened about coming to 3 months.
3
so
months.
pretty new. It's a new venture in playground. Before I have the S1E3 and the Gyeongbei Lok Lok. So now this is like the new baby and a new venture. Yep.
You are so busy. Do you
I
have 24
partners.
hours?
It's okay, I have partners.
So you don't need to do anything.
I have to do a lot of things, of course. See, I'm doing work now. Yeah.
But why decided to, venture into F&B? I mean, this is F&B, in Singapore, it's competition is very tough and a shortage of manpower.
Right.
Yeah, but why?
Why F&B? Because I graduated from Shatec. So eventually I'm a certified cook. Yeah. So I always like to cook. I like to play in the kitchen. But I don't like to stay in the kitchen to work as a chef. Yeah, so I decided to do something else right after I graduated. So I did a bit of fashion, did a bit of some other things. Then eventually I got into the showbiz. But nevertheless, I still have some passion. I mean, I still have the passion, the fire for kitchen. So I started, when 2017, I started my first the Facebook Live cooking show called Play Kitchen. So eventually now it's called Ben Yeo's Kitchen. So from there, I actually created a lot of home cooked dishes. So a few dishes you can get it from SU Umami, which is the Japanese hemi.
Pizza as well?
Pizza is when I came over here, then I created the dish. Yeah.
Right.
So from there, a lot of people tried and they encouraged me to open F&B. So they say, hey, you should have your own store, is it? Your stuff is so good, you should do one. So I keep thinking, should I do it? Like you mentioned, in Singapore, it's really very tough. F&B is very, very tough. First of all, the rental is high.
Yep.
The manpower is very difficult to hire.
We have lots of quota.
Shortage of manpower. And also long hours. Not many people want to work in the kitchen. So we're having a very hard time. But I'm glad that I have a good team with me, my partners, and also our workers. They are very supportive. Everybody work hand in hand. So yeah, when you able to find people like that, you actually feel good. Yeah. So
but you do a lot of things. I mean, not from this yu tou lu, this fish head steamboat. You started from Ji Zhong Fan. That's how I got to know you better.
Yeah.
That's during the lockdown COVID period.
Alright.
Then you sell durian as well, where we traveled
last year
all
and
the
this
way
year.
to Malaysia.
Oh yeah, you went with me.
Yeah, I went with
to the durian
him
plantation.
To
in
durian
Yongping.
plantation in Malaysia, just to do Facebook Live on durian.
Correct.
Like your Black Gold lah, your Mao Shan Wang D24.
Yeah.
Wow. And then after that, you have your SG Umami, you have your charcoal fish steamboat. Wow, so many things happening. Of course, you still do your showbiz, you still air, you still do your own YouTube. What's that? Really?
Actually, I just try to do as much as I can when you still can. Yeah, so actually I have a lot of support, not only from my partners and also my family. So when I actually shared with my wife, say, hey, I wanted to do this outdoor living, like you mentioned, like I went over to Malaysia to do some outdoor living filming. She said, okay, just go ahead and do it. Yeah, why not? Yeah. So, but whatever I'm doing right now is hand in hand, I should say, because it's all about food. Yeah. So I think after I tried like fashion business, I tried F&B, I still think F&B is something for me, like closer to my heart. And fashion, I like it still. I still love it, but I only wear it. I don't make it to a business. But for food wise, I want to share what I love. Yeah. So most of the things what I selling is what I love. Yeah.
Were there any challenges along the way?
A lot. Like shortage of manpower, to find a right place, to find a right partner, to find the right product. A lot of criticism because being an artist to start F&B actually is a very tough. Not only F&B, to start a business, because everybody will think, are you like genuine? Are you really can cook? A lot of doubts. Then if a small mistake, a common mistake, people will put it like, wow, like put times 10, times 100, like blow it to so big that, wow, Ben Yeo make a mistake. But actually it's just a small mistake. You get what I mean?
I think with artists, you are in public, you are a public figure. So everybody always thinks that, because you are a public figure, so it's easier for you to do a business, to earn money from it. But people don't really know that, actually, being an artist doing a business is double the stress as well.
Yes. In fact, triple
the stress.
Because we got a lot of the complaints you don't get to see. And most of the complaints is actually all the very common complaints.
Like what's the most ridiculous one?
For example, like before there's new, like some new fast food restaurant came to Singapore. People queue up, waited for like 2-3 hours, even 4 hours. They don't complain. They only say, very long queue, that's it. But for us, if customer waited for like 2 hours, they will started to like jump and like, hey, why so long? Huh? Why your artist can do this to to your customer?
Because you Ben Yeo. You think you Ben Yeo. You let us wait for 2 hours.
Something like that. But
honestly, 2 hours is a very long.
Actually, to me, I also think it's very long. Yeah, so we keep on improving. Every day, I actually, during that period of time, the second month of when the business started to kick off, we actually almost every day, right after work, I sat down with the team, the kitchen, my chefs, the whole team. We sit down and brainstorm how to improve and how to like shorten the time. And we almost every day we go home at 2-3 a.m.
So you are also a firefighter in that scenario,
with partners together, and the team, everybody, because it's a teamwork. You cannot do it by yourself. There's no way. You really it's like teamwork is very important. Yeah, so that's why we all sat down and we fight the fire, like you say.
But actually in Singapore F&B, there are a lot of in Singapore itself, the F&B scene. There are a lot of celebrities and artists actually going into F&B.
Yes.
And to be really honest, I followed through and I know that a lot of artists are doing it and all. But to be really hands-on doing the business, you are one of the rarer ones. You are one of the rare few. And I feel that, be it F&B or any kind of business, you really need the dedication. Once you start it, right, you have to follow through and be there to help out in the business, to run the business, and not just using your name to say, hey, I am an artist, I'm an actor, and this is my business. But you don't be there for the team. I think that's very important.
Yeah, I think that's very important. I think in every business, not only F&B, as long you are involved in the business, of course everybody got their role. Some is sleeping partner. If you are a sleeping partner, like from day one I already say I'm a sleeping partner, then I will be sleeping. But if I'm the one that brainstorm the whole concept, I have to be there to make sure everything is right. So it's to be fair to yourself, at the same time to your customer and also your partners. Yeah, and your worker, when they see you there, they also feel good. Yeah, it's like a moral support to them. Although you don't really physically help inside, but when they see you, they say like, hey, yeah, my boss is here to support me. Yeah, I think it's good to do that, and it's feel good also.
Yeah.
But of course, when I'm busy, I can't be here. I'll just try my best. Right after filming, then I will come down.
So I salute your dedication.
Okay lah, it's like my baby. So yeah.
I mean, it's not only artists. Like because I run Tao Soup also.
Oh yes.
So to me, Wow, actually selling soup online, online business is also another ball game altogether, right?
Yes,
And
indeed.
I get comments like, oh, because you are Miss Tam Chiak, so I supported you, but you packed the soup wrongly. Hello, human error.
I bet you will have all these
Yeah.
comments also, all these complaints. But I mean, to maybe to to our audience, our supporters, because they have high expectation from us compared to the rest. So that's why from who we are. So that's why when you have more expectation, when we make a small mistake, you will
disappointment
feel,
gets
gets
larger.
larger. So that's the reason why we totally understand. So that is why for the like I shared with you, for the second month of this business, this charcoal fish head steamboat, we actually brainstorm a lot. Almost every day, 2-3 a.m. Then we reach home. For almost like 2 weeks, just to shorten the whole waiting time, how to smoothen the operation. So finally now, we are already in the third month of business. Everything gets better. So now my customer don't have to wait for that long. The max 1 hour.
Okay, now you are making me hungry. So because right in front of us,
Yep.
it's a bowl of soup, okay?
Yes.
And it has been there for a while since we start talking until now.
Yes.
And staring at me, oh my god. I'm sure I know that you cannot, for people who are listening to our podcast, I know that you probably cannot see, but let me just describe to you how thick it is. Wow. And it's charcoal fish head steamboat. So the moment the charcoal fish head steamboat arrives on our table, you get that charcoal fragrance.
Yep.
Yeah, which is very rare. I mean, charcoal fish head steamboat is already very rare dish in Singapore, and only the older restaurants do it. But for you to really go into this is like, finally there's something new. And
Right.
interestingly, yours is a bit different in a way that, the older restaurants, they will just cook all the fish, all the soup together, and then just put it into the pot.
Correct.
But for yours, you actually separate them where you have the raw sliced fish in front, and you can dip it and cook however long you want it to be. It's like a DIY modern kind of charcoal fish head steamboat, and I like that idea.
Oh, thank you. When we discussed with Chao Yong and the team why we serve it that way, because we are confident with our fish, because we want to prove that our fishes are fresh. So I want to let you see the real product before you cook it. That's one thing. Then another thing is because once you put the fish slice into the soup, it will eventually change a bit of the taste of the soup. So for our style, right, our side, when the steamboat come to serve to you, first thing first you have to do is drink a bowl of soup.
Yes, because the soup itself, the broth, is cooked for at least 4 hours using fish bones.
Yes.
You just keep boiling and boiling,
Yeah.
low fire.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna try
Yes,
the soup
please.
now. Sorry guys, I'm trying to make you hungry, but I'm hungry
ASMR.
myself. So in that big giant pot we have, it has not only the fish slices, we also have fried yam, cabbage, seaweed as well.
Fried
And
fish head.
yes, fried fish and tomatoes as well.
Yeah.
So I like it
Tofu.
that, fish head steamboat, right? The essence of it is the teapot, the dried soulfish.
Correct.
And in order for your fish head steamboat to stand out, you need to make sure that you put in enough dried soulfish. You actually roast them, and then you powder them, and then you add it in at the end of the cooking process to give that the final touch.
You
Hey.
are the expert.
I really love fish head steamboat, so
no.
I know.
All our secret recipe
Yeah.
is all in your mouth. All
So
came out from your
every
mouth.
mouthful that I taste, you get that deep and intense, flavorful soulfish.
Right,
And
right,
that's
right.
important for fish head steamboat.
Thank you so much. Of course, we have some other ingredients in it, which you not mention, and I will let you know what is it.
Don't worry. I won't be your competitor. I'm just here to eat.
No. We always welcome you to be our partner. Yes.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And the fish itself, well, Ben has actually helped me to cook the fish.
Yes.
So these fish slices, they are so thick, and it's cooked just right. It's not too tough. It's still tender.
Yeah.
And having that fish at the end, it elevates the depth of the soup.
Right.
Yeah, it's already fish. I won't say fishy, not in a bad way, but it has a fish essence already.
The freshness of the
freshness,
fish.
yeah. And with this raw sliced fish adding in, wow, you get a sweetness as well.
Yeah, because the fish itself is very fresh. And we have two different type of fishes. One is the red garupa, and the other one is the giant garupa. In Chinese is hong pan, and giant garupa is long tun. Yeah. How's the fish? I can see your mouth moving side to side, up and down.
I'm trying to be, in Hokkien we call it yu xiu, right? Gentle and soft, but it's so hard. For me, I'm always like, wow, the whole entire bowl, I just want to slurp it up, guys.
It's okay. I always enjoy watching you eating. Yes, really, because you really got that Tam Chiak face that, that makes everybody think like, wow, this food is like so good. That's very important. Not everybody can do that. That's your talent, your trademark.
Just yesterday,
yes,
I was at home and my aunt and I were trying to feed my baby, but every time when we put in a mouthful of porridge,
right,
he opens his mouth like so small, and my aunt say, "You gotta be like your mother. How can you open your mouth so small? Your mother opened the mouth very big, You gotta be as Tam Chiak as your mother."
Wow.
Then I realized that, I need to be more 优秀.
No. You have to be yourself. If not, you cannot call Miss Tam Chiak anymore. Yeah.
So what other? So besides the charcoal fish steamboat, we also have some other signature dishes here.
Correct.
Maybe you would like to share like some of the must try here.
Okay, the must try here we have the fried heizuo, the prawn ball.
Oh, I love it. It's crunchy.
Prawn dates. It's called prawn date.
Prawn what?
Prawn date. Dates. So.
Oh, no, but we call it prawn roll actually.
Prawn roll.
Yeah.
Okay, prawn roll. Okay, so that one is a must try.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot
you
of people
get that crunchy, big size prawns.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But a lot of people mistaken is ngoh hiong. But actually it's not ngoh hiong, it's heizuo.
Heizuo,
yeah,
right.
The prawn roll.
And then what else?
Nan ru zha rou, the fried pork.
Fermented
bean curd fried pork. That's
pork.
also one of the signature here.
Lovely red color shade, and then every slice of the pork you get like perfect lean to fat ratio. Yeah, so every bite, wow, you get the juiciness coming out.
Yeah, but you really have to eat while it's hot.
Yes, of course. And then last dish.
Also last dish. So fast last dish. Okay, I have.
Okay, what else?
Okay, the truffle prawn. Yeah. Deep fried truffle prawn ball, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I direct translate.
That's interesting.
松露虾球.
Yeah, because usually in this kind of zi char restaurants, you have that deep fried prawn roll, but it's coated maybe with wasabi, with mayonnaise.
Yes.
But yours is actually with truffle mayonnaise.
Yes.
And then you end off with the drizzle of truffle oil.
Correct, totally.
I tell you, once it's served on our table, wow, you get that fragrance of the truffle oil. This is really for youngsters like me.
Oh, wow. Actually, I love this dish very much. I'm also very young.
So what's up? After this, after this project, now that it has been stabilized, charcoal fish steamboat, what's next for you?
We actually got a place at 1 Dixon Road.
Oh.
So that place is a very unique place. It's actually those old, I should say it's like a mini bungalow. You know those like old
I know, along Jalan
Hongchu.
Besar. Is that right?
It's right opposite the Jalan Besar MRT station.
Yes, I know.
It's
opposite.
Old
school
opposite.
Bungalow. Used to be a restaurant. Is that a
Used
restaurant?
to be a kopitiam.
Kopitiam.
It's right opposite Wanderlust Hotel.
Okay.
Yeah. So
and
we
then
are
you are converting it to a restaurant.
Into a seafood restaurant.
Oh,
so it's actually an elevated charcoal fish head steamboat from here, the Tan Xiang. But over there we call the Tan Xiang Yuan. It's like a Dong Yuan, like because it's like
a villa concept.
Yeah, it's a villa. So we welcome people to our house and to eat. Yeah, so it's called Tan Xiang Yuan.
So I reckon there will be more exciting dishes, maybe more
Totally
seafood, but with charcoal as well, charcoal fish head steamboat.
Yes.
Right.
Only
right,
the
right.
soup.
Okay.
The soup is still the same for the charcoal fish head steamboat, but the dishes will be different.
Oh.
Yeah, most likely I think everything will be different.
And when are we expecting it to open?
Hopefully everything goes smoothly. Mid-October soft launch, then in November maybe, or end October or early November. Yeah, we will start running full run the whole restaurant.
I'm excited, man. I need to go there to Makan
please.
also.
I will invite you for sure. You don't come, I go to your house.
That's even better, guys. I have a private chef here.
Oh no! You have to go to our side because we have big chefs in our kitchen. We hire a very big chef.
I heard. You have Big Shot in the kitchen, and his experience with 20-30 years of experience is gonna be there to cook all the excellent Cantonese dishes for us. Right? And seafood and fish head steamboat and all.
Everything.
Okay, we have some questions from the floor as well.
Yes, please.
From the floor means like our followers lah.
Yes.
So, what's your favorite food?
Wow, my favorite food, hawker food, because I grew up with it.
Any particular dish?
Hokkien mee. The fried Hokkien mee.
Wow.
Because I'm a Hokkien at first. I mean, like, firstly, I'm a Hokkien, but actually, not really because I'm Hokkien. I love the dish because
you love the wok hei. Is that right?
I just love. It's like so interesting that noodle and the bee hoon match together, and with some prawn, some jamba, the pork belly slice, then with some spring onion and eggs, and a very simple. Maybe it's a pork broth or pork stock or even prawn stock. It's just a very simple dish, but yet it's very flavorful, full of flavor in a dish. So this is what I like. And actually for me, I love like soupy stuff, like with zap. Yeah. So my favorite food are all with like zap. Yeah, anything with zap, I like it.
Yeah, I think Hokkiens, we all love zap.
Yeah.
Like Cantonese drink soup, Hokkiens love zap. We eat drink zap.
Yes, drink zap.
Sounds very wrong.
Yes.
So, is there any dish that, after you eat it, or is there any circumstances after you eat, you get very emotional about it? Like, hey, this is something that I haven't had it for a long time. Or you got emotional until you cry.
Wow.
Got or not?
Got so not so drama lah.
Okay.
Unless
I thought you are actor ma.
No, unless you go overseas for very very long, like maybe you overseas, like you stay there for very long, then once you come back to Singapore, like wow, you must have this, must have laksa chicken rice or char kway teow or Hokkien mee or whatsoever. Yeah, but of course won't cry lah. But if you talk about a dish that I really wanted to have it again, which I don't think I have a chance anymore, it's actually my Ama's smoked chicken. Yeah, she normally like during Chinese New Year, she will do this smoked chicken from scratch. Really like just smoke the chicken in a wok, then with the sugar cane and stuff like that. So that's a dish that because back then I was very young, so I don't get to learn from her. So this is something like I always wanted to have it again, but no chance anymore. Yeah.
She left.
She left.
Okay,
she left when I was in my secondary school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you really miss that lah.
Yes, very much.
And maybe would you like to bring that to your Zi Tai restaurant next time?
I don't know. But I really wish that I have learned that particular dish. But I did ask my mom. My mom don't really know the whole exact step, but roughly she know how to do it. So maybe one day I will just R&D it and try it out.
The taste is always, that taste is the memory lah.
Correct.
So when you get someone else to do it,
it's different.
Sometimes it's just different.
It's different. Yeah.
So I get that kind of feeling also.
Yeah, I think that's the most touching part. Yeah.
And is there one food that you cannot live without?
One food I cannot live without. One can only choose one.
Okay lah, 3.
Hawker food lor. Really is hawker food. The moment, like every time when I travel, other than Malaysia, the second day I start to miss hawker food. On the second day itself, I really started to miss hawker food. Yeah. So I think it's
got
hawker
bring
food.
your, all the instant noodles, laksa.
Oh no. Instant noodle is still, no matter how, you cannot really compare to what the hawker dish out. Yeah, your favorite hawker store. You get what I mean? It's those like particular store that you go to. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's why we click lah. Because, both of us are like big fans of hawker food.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so before my last question, I have before my last question from my guest, I actually have something else to ask you.
Okay.
We actually, I've always been supportive of, you and then all the things and projects that you do, right?
All right.
But it's not always a walk in the park. It's not always, things are not always rosy. So you have previously done an engagement with a fast food restaurant.
Correct, McDonald's.
And yes, and we are talking about the Hainanese chicken rice burger. How was the response like at that moment? For me, when I posted it, there's definitely mixed reviews.
Correct.
There are people who hate you so much, no matter what you do. Definitely, there are people who loves you.
Yes.
So, on your point of view, how do you deal with all this negativity?
Just ignore the bad ones and just move on, because you know that no matter what you do, they will not love you. No matter how good your thing is, they will not support you. So to me, it's like, if you want to put in a harder, like a more stronger words, I should say, just ignore them. Yeah, really just ignore them, because they are the person that trying to pull you down. So don't let them pull you down, because you as long you are doing something that you think is right, and most of the people around you give you the true feedback, then why you want to, go spend, like, waste your time to read all the keyboard warriors? That is something that is not very true. Yeah, so just ignore them. The moment you don't, the more you ignore them, they will stay away from you. This is how I find. Yeah.
It's easier said than done.
Yeah, think
honestly.
positive.
Yeah. But I'm sure you did it very well.
At first, I feel very disturbed. But after that, like, some seniors actually shared with me. They said, say, Ben, don't worry about this. Say, time can tell. People like it or not. You just see if the burger is selling out, you think it's bad? Yeah, so, okay lah. What you say is true. Yeah.
And lastly, this is a question that we ask all our guests. If you have to choose one to give up forever, rice, noodle, bread, or potato, which one would you choose and why?
One thing,
One.
Wow, very tough
Say finish, then we can knock off already, you know?
Okay. I'm a Chinese. I cannot live without rice.
Okay.
I love bread. I must have bread like every morning.
Okay, this is self-reasoning. It will continue for an hour.
And what else? Potato and
noodles. So rice, noodle, bread, or potato?
Wow, so difficult.
Don't think.
Potato.
Come on. Oh, potato.
Yes.
Why? No French fries, like that.
Never mind. I don't take a lot of fried stuff, so it's okay lah.
No, what else is made of potato?
Baked potato, whipped potato.
Yeah.
These two cannot. But no choice lah, because you forced me to ma. Yeah.
So no more potato for you, Ben? Is that right?
No, of course I still can have.
All right. Thank you so much, Ben, for coming to my podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I give you some airtime lah. You want to do one shout or not? 5 seconds, go.
5 seconds? So fast. No, to me, I think that this shout out is to all F&B owners in Singapore, because we all know that in doing F&B in Singapore is very tough, but just hang on. because I think whatever you do and whatever thing you love, people can feel you. Yeah, people can feel you. Your passion and your hard work will pay off. So, 加油.
Yeah, use your heart lah, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ben, for
Thank
coming
you.
to our podcast. And all the best to you and your charcoal fish head steamboat. And I look forward to seeing you at 1 Dixon Road.
Thank you, Miss Tam Chiak. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.